Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland and the Houston Rockets, starting 5. Harris is out there with Favors. Then it's Harden. Then there's Yao. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. And for the Thunder, Markkanen is out there with Ewing. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Jason Kidd. And it's Iverson in at the shooting guard. From the top of the key, and he gets the bucket. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, there's no excuse right there for not covering one of the guys on the floor, and that's Rondo around the rim where he can score.
Now here's Kidd. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Tipped away. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Iverson against Harden. And Ewing with the block. Three-pointer, Kidd, and again Oklahoma City with the triple.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Rondo passes to Yao. Back to Rondo. Favors. Yao trying to get open. Favors can't get it to go. Bogdanovich against Harris. Bogdanovich, no luck.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
The pass to Yao. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Now here's Iverson. Kicks it to Kidd. Pass to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. Not going to go that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle. Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. In going up against James Harden, he stressed to his team the need to show your hands to the refs. Beard is just the best at catching defenders with their hands in the cookie jar. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
But he recovers it.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
On the Thunder making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Sharch has checked in for Houston. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Culver's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Jason Kidd. And a change for the Rockets. Ron Harper, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
O'Neal's checked in for Tobias Harris. And good on the second, so he makes them both. When it comes to hustle, effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important and sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance?
And I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly, who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff, and when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right. Now here's Saric. Yao Ming missing his last shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Saric kicks to Harden. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Iverson passes to Culver. .127 left here in the opening quarter. Outside Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
White chocolate. Young fella just brings it from deep.
Harden the pass to Yao. Now here's Saric. Houston moving it around. Harden surveying the D. Here's Yao. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Patrick Ewing.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Here's Harper. Here's Harden. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Now, here's Culver. No points in the game yet for him. He tries for 3, and the Thunder another 3. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harper with the ball. Harden outside. From downtown, they get the rebound. Excellent defense there from Ewing.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Williams for 3. James Harden getting it done for Houston. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing.
This time isn't going to last long. We have a window.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Dwight Powell. Williams out there with Iverson. Then it's Culver, and it's Ewing in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Yao with the block. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. Jason Kidd is checked in for the Thunder. And a switch here also for Houston. Favors is checked in. On defense, Houston. It's a three-point game. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. And the Thunder with some changes. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Ewing. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Jason Williams. Harris is checked in for Houston. Rondo comes in for James Harden. Culver kicks to Powell. And good that time. Powell's got his first points of the game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside Rondo. The feed to Favors. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his third assist on the night. Kidd kicks to Markkanen. Here's Powell. It's rebounded by Rondo.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Culver. 2 points. That one goes. Culver's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
Harper the pass to Rondo. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Derek Favors. A very nice season for him last year. 7th in field goal percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. They get it back.
And you can see the commitment already here defensively by Markkanen, not allowing his man to get comfortable. Love the fact that he's working on it.
Rockets leading by 3. Here's Harris. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Bogdanovic. Culver kicks to Kidd. It's good. Kidd's got 8 points.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
Harris finds Favors. Harris inside. He's covered by Bogdanovic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
With the scoring ability that Tobias Harris has, he can look to be even more aggressive. All the skills to be a go-to guy.
I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch four, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Harper's shot's good.
Rondo finding his teammates, that is his greatest strength on the floor.
Harris against Bogdanovich. To the inside. Takes the 13-footer, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Markkanen passes to Bogdanovich. Outside Kid, just 5 on the clock. Misses the 3.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Sharch dishes to Rondo. Back to Sharch. Favors in the post. Markkanen on him.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. A different look for Oklahoma City. Patrick Ewing's checked in for Powell. Iverson comes in for Jason Kidd. And it's Williams in for Culver. And then for Houston, Dow checked in for Favors. Royce O'Neal comes in for Sharch. And James Harden has subbed in for Ron Harper. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Ewing. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Yao.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
With the teardrop, they grab their own miss. Here's Harris, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Patrick Ewing.
Well, he's a capable shooter, but I like the initiative there from Tobias, taking it inside, forcing the defense back, and drawing contact.
The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Iverson outside. Will it go? Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And Iverson, the master of the and-one. Just a rugged, undersized guard who plays well through contact.
23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Harden against Iverson. Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. From outside the arc, the shot, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Houston on top. They're up by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
As we've seen, the deceiving quickness of Harden makes him so difficult to guard.
And that should do it with the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Harris, Harden out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Favors, and it's Yao in at the center, filling out the middle. Pass to Kidd. Good, and it's Iverson who picks up the assist. And that's now 10 points for Jason Kidd.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Harden kicks to Rondo, and stolen by Iverson. Here's Kidd, and the basket is good. Kidd's got 12.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Here's Iverson, and that one is good. He's got 9.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Rockets trail. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Rondo passes to Favors. Over Bogdanovich. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Ewing's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Iverson. No good on that one. Great D that time from Favors.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Bogdanovich against Rondo. There's the pass to Yao. Clock at 4. Houston needs to get a shot up. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Yao. Rondo's got his first 3 points of the game.
Better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
Ewing shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Ewing. And the Thunder with some changes. Ipao comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Culver's subbed in for Bogdanovich. Harper, he's checked in for the Rockets. Both free throws good from Ewing. And for the Rockets, they're shooting at 50% in a decent group. Harden outside. He kicks to Yao. Ball's knocked loose. Kidd with the steal. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And you can't forget about Kidd in transition. Whether he's dishing it or shooting it, he's great at making the right decision.
Yao, the pass to Harris. Over Culver. And that one hits back iron. Oklahoma City has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And it's denied. Taken away by Kidd. And here we go with Kidd heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Kidd's got the lead up to 4 now for Oklahoma City.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Here's Favors. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And now a pass break for the Thunder. Culver's got the ball. Harden with the defensive effort. Rockets trail by 4. Out to the wing. Harper against Iverson. Harper the pass to Favors. Back to Harper. Corner shot, and it's good. 2 points. Harper's got his third basket of the night.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Here's Kidd. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Yao.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Passes to Kidd. Harden with the defensive effort. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Now Harper. He's got 6. Pass to Yao. For the tie, kicks it to Harden. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
The Thunder with the lead. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Ewing. The kick out to Williams. 6 to shoot. The Thunder with another miss. Rockets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And here is O'Neal. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Yao gets the bucket.
And you got to appreciate the skill set Ming brings to the table. Knows no one can match up against him and simply lofting these inside shots up and in.
Williams looking around. Shoots from 12. Tries again. The shot by Powell, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ewing is out there with Lowry Markkanen. Then it's Williams. Then it's Jason Kidd. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Williams against Rondo. Kidd, no good. Rockets trail. Harden outside. Over Williams. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And Ming is mammoth in terms of his size, exceptional at using it to snare those offensive rebounds.
Here's Kidd. Rebound by Yao. Yao's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Iverson's checked in for Jason Kidd. That's good from O'Neal. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Williams, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Houston in the lead. Here's Harden on the wing. Yao dishes to Harden. Lays it up off the glass.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Iverson against Harden. Kept alive. Ewing. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul. And that one misses. Derek Favors checked in for the Rockets. Tobias Harris comes in for Royce O'Neal. He hits the second from the line. Here is Rondo. Pass to Harris. The rebound by Ewing.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Williams passes to Iverson. With some arc. Here's Ewing. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
And Ewing with that size really creates a tough matchup, especially when he's attacking the offensive board.
Rondo kicks to Harden. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Free throw drops for Harden. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it. Kevin?
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But gets close, he's getting the ball.
Here's Favors. Patrick Ewing comes up with the rebound. Ewing's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Williams against Rondo. Williams dishes to Ewing and stolen by Favors. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ewing's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Williams. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Rockets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Bogdanovich wide open, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Bogdanovich has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Back to Favors. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Rockets lead by 1. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Kidd's checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Harper, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Outside Kidd. The pass to Iverson. And it's off from three-point range. The Rockets have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Inside, Yao, the pass to Harden. Over Iverson with the putback. It's good on the putback. And it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
It's good. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Bogdanovich showing how much he believes in himself right there.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're up by 1. 1:27 left in the game. Here is Harden. Three-pointer, and he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 22.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Iverson, no luck.
He's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Harden against Iverson. And stolen by Iverson. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Count it, and the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Free throw good, Iverson.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does. And that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Kidd. Dishes it to Ewing. It's good!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 1. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He sinks the clutch free throw. So he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Always always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
Here's Iverson. Outside Kidd. A 3-ball. Buries the triple. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.